Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm reacting to the ultimate guide to picking perfect fruit from Gaur. So, picking the perfect fruit. Now, obviously, I don't think he's talking about legitimately fruits, even though I'm actually looking at some fruits to get for myself, like a fruit tree and stuff. So I'm curious as to where this is going, considering the fact that it's obviously not fruits is what he's talking about, even though he's holding fruits in his hand. Let's go ahead and get started.
Trying to squeeze orange juice from an apple. What would you call me, guys? Stupid? Foolish? A little insane? And that's exactly what we do sometimes. We expect something from someone who just doesn't have it in them to give. And then we keep trying harder, we keep getting frustrated, we keep expecting, we keep hurting ourselves mentally and emotionally. So here's the deal, guys. Don't expect orange juice from an apple. And don't expect apple juice from an orange. Set your expectations right. Because when your expectations match with reality, life becomes a bit lighter. Life becomes a bit more peaceful. And yes, expecting apple juice from an apple, expecting orange juice from an orange, totally fair, right? Just make sure you're looking for the right juice from the right fruit. And relationships and life will most certainly be sorted and better.
Okay, that's a pretty quick one. But I think perfect. I don't know if I would explain it that way. I mean, I could see someone like I don't think this is necessarily the majority of the issues. There are issues like this, yes, where you're expecting something from someone who doesn't have it. But I think, at least from my observation, I would say it's more along the lines that you are squeezing an apple for apple juice and you are squeezing orange for orange juice. Okay. But the problem is that when you squeeze it, you expect more. Not enough orange juice from this orange, not enough apple juice from this apple. When you cut the fruit to eat it, you're like, there's not enough apple in this apple. Or not enough orange in this orange. So I think in most modern day, I think probably the issue, whether it be a relationship or jobs, is not necessarily the wrong fruit. It's more along the lines of it's not enough. A lot of people expect. I guess one example would be like the a few examples could be when you're getting a degree in something, you expect to get a certain amount. I remember whenever I got my degree, I was expected to make a certain amount. But when I got the job, it wasn't that amount. But to be fair, it was during terrible times, so so I can't exactly. It's kind of like I'm sorry. My life has been like I get to a certain point in my life where I need to do something, and terrible, and the economy is terrible. It has happened. Yes, it has every time I'm on a certain milestone in my life. There's something terrible that happens, and that prevents me from doing that milestone. And it happens so far 2 milestones that are pretty prominent, and happen both times. I can't say what it is, but just take my word for it. And that's why I'm. That's why I am where I'm at. I accept the fact that if I'm expecting something good, something terrible is going to happen, and I'm not going to get it, and that's fine. I've surrendered to that fact. So Um, so basically, I think the majority of the issue is that people are expecting a lot more from their orange or from their apple, more than the fact that they're trying to squeeze orange from an apple and an apple from an orange. That is an issue, yes, but I personally do believe that it's actually more along the lines of wanting more from what you got. You got this degree, now you expect a lot from it, but you don't. I got this friendship or a relationship, whether it be friendship, don't it doesn't tend to be a friendship. It tends to be more for like a loving relationship sometimes, but you expected more from it. I think that's what's the problem. Is they expect a lot from something, whether that something can provide it or not. It's not always the case, and sometimes we have this very much grand expectation from the object itself, whether it be an apple or a person. I mean, also, what is it like? You can kind of see this being attached to attachment to objects as well. I mean, again, when you expect a lot from a person and then they disappoint you, you have attachment to that person. When you bought this brand new phone and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy, but then that diminishes over time. It's like, oh man, I expected more this phone to keep me happy for a lot longer, but it doesn't. Or you eat the food, man, I was expecting that to keep me full a lot longer, but it doesn't. So, anyways, I think that's perhaps more of the problem than people getting the wrong idea on something. Again, I'm not saying that's not the issue, but I think the majority of the issue is expecting more than what the object can provide. Let me know what you think. Do you think in terms of your own personal experience, what you see in the world, do you think the issue is people squeezing the wrong fruit, or do you think people expecting more from the fruit that they have, essentially? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, that's my reaction to the ultimate guide to picking the perfect fruit. Make sure it's ripe as well, not overdone or underripened. Overripen or underripen. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, the sign down below. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next vid.